one day in October during Navratri time, he called me and said, "Mom, I need to talk to you." And then he said he has met this girl, Kadhambari Sridhar, and he really likes her, and he's been seeing her.
She was not happy with one proposal what I brought, and then she said, "Is Iyengar boy is okay for you?" I said, "Who is that Iyengar boy?" And then she told, "I met somebody in DC." I said, "If that is the case, you bring him home." So Archith came home.
So we met on this dating app called Tinder, where you swipe left or right based on a person's picture. I logged in one day. I was out at a bar, and I saw that she picked me, and so I reciprocated and also swiped right.
He was like, "Let's meet at like 5 o'clock at this place." I came at 5 and I was waiting outside, and I'm like, "This guy's not here yet. I don't have his phone number. Maybe I'm just being stood up and he's not going to show up."
That's how we met. We started to talk, and she seemed very, very interesting. The first thing that I noticed right away, she's one of the most interesting people I've ever met.
We just talked for quite a long time, longer than expected. He was just constantly smiling. It was like, "You should tell me about yourself."
She'll always surprise you. She has so many interests, so many hobbies. We had a good time, but at the end of the date, I walked her back to the subway, and she kind of gave me a lukewarm hug and then left. And so I was gnashing my teeth the whole way home, thinking I'm never going to see this girl again. I don't know what I could have possibly done wrong.
I think it was definitely the start to something where I saw like, okay, like I could see this going somewhere if, you know, both of us put the effort and the commitment into it.
And then she messaged me, and I was really happy that it continued to work out.
Dope. Dope, 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 dope. Dope, 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 dope. Dope, 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 dope. Dope, 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 dope.
Hallelujah, girl said you hallelujah, girl said you hallelujah, 'cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you, 'cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you.
Archith became friends with this girl, Kadhambari Sridhar. So I was immediately intrigued, and I was hoping that this could be a romantic interest.
I would always make excuses to my mom to like leave the house to meet him, because she was always surprised. It's like, I know like you have friends in DC, but not that many that you're like going and seeing someone every other day. And finally I was like to Archith, like, I'm running out of excuses, so either you need to meet my mom or like something needs to happen.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
The first time I met her mom, I was extremely nervous. I called my parents. I was sweating.
He wanted more details about his heritage, us, and so on. And he said he was going to meet Deepika's mom for the first time, and he wanted to be prepared.
And he actually prepared for his interview with my mom.
There are sheets of notes, 4 to 5 sheets that I memorized before that meeting. I was extremely nervous.
He surprised me in front of my mom by like, oh, like he had like the perfect answers for everything.
The one thing I noticed about her mom is that she obviously put me through a lot of scrutiny, but the reason she did that is the most precious thing in the world to her was on the line, and she was going to make sure to do her due diligence. And I'm glad to have someone like that to now be a part of my family.
My mom said, okay, let's bring him in for dinner. And the first question, I don't want to say the first question, maybe the 10th question she asked him was, okay, so when are you guys going to get married? That question always came up. And Archith rags me to this day about how I did not back him up by asking my mom to just calm down a little bit.
I told them that I'd found an Indian Thumber girl. They were overjoyed. So she had a cakewalk meeting my parents.
I was terrified. His parents flew down from Oklahoma to DC for just that specific weekend because I was free that weekend. His dad just came and hugged me, and his mom, and they were like, you know, hi, like, you know, as though it was like a long lost friend that they're seeing.
We met Deepika, and that's when they told us that they met on this website, and it's great. I mean, they seem to love each other, and that's exactly what we were hoping for.
Just my first impression was that she was a very, very sweet, affectionate girl, and that she was genuinely interested in getting to know all of us.
I was visiting her in February. At this point, I was certain that I wanted to marry her, and it was just a question of execution, and I thought doing it over Valentine's Day in Rio would be really special.
Apparently in Brazil, they don't celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14th. So it's just like any other day.
To do something big. I think every guy who plans a proposal sits down and in his head, he says, I'm going to make this perfect plan. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to do it. And the girl's going to cry. And I'm going to go home and feel great about myself.
And he was so insistent upon going to the beach before dinner. We had dinner reservations. And I'm like, why do you want to go to the beach when we just spent an entire day in the beach?
On the way back to the place we were staying, the cab gets lost, drops us off an hour from where we're staying. So we are walking uphill for about 3 miles.
It was sweltering hot, like we were sweating from head to toe. And he was all dressed up, and I was wearing a dress.
And she is just in a horrible mood. And so I was thinking to myself, do I really want to do this today when she is just ready to murder someone?
And in all this like heat and craziness, we went out to the beach. It was like pretty perfect, like just the sun was just coming down.
I just thought it was a really nice spot. You know, it didn't go perfectly according to my plan.
It was private, it was quiet, very calming.
That was where I proposed.
Surprised me with this.
She did not act surprised at all. She swears she was surprised, but this is an issue we will litigate forever until the day we die.
This is commitment for life, and this is the beginning of a new journey for both of us. I don't think I could have planned a more perfect proposal.
Some things we don't talk about, rather do without. Just hold the smile, falling in and out of love, ashamed and proud of, together all the while. You can never say never, while we don't know it, but time and time again, younger now than we were before.
It was from my mom. As soon as my mom found out, I got a frantic phone call like, Archith's dating this girl. Have you checked her out on Facebook? Help me Facebook stalk her, all this stuff. So I had to tell my mom to calm down a little bit, but I just called him and said I was really happy for him and it was great. And then I actually didn't get to meet her until August, which was well after the engagement, so no stamp of approval or anything from me, as everything was pretty much taken care of at that point. But we talked on Skype last winter when I was at home with Archith, and she was great and we got along really well, and I could see how happy she made him.
You're the queen of everything, far as the eye can see, under your command. I will be your guardian when all is crumbling. I'll steady your hands. You can never say never, while we don't know it. Time again, younger now than we were before.
He's very reserved, he keeps his cards very close to his chest. But Kadhambari has had such a nice impact on him. I love the fact that she's so outgoing, she laughs a lot, and then she's just like, she complements Archith's reserved personality.
Deepika is the one who's like always seen as posh and high fashion and really like cosmopolitan. So she gave me a, that fashion sense, and I guess I learned a lot of things like that from her.
Amazing how she blends both the Eastern and the Western values. I think that probably is something very unique about her.
When I look to the horizon, I can see water, but I know it's an illusion. And though I know the truth here, I'm holding to hope, and I won't let go. If I knew where I was going, it would be showing. Yeah, you would know. But the haze shuts the light out as we go deeper. And now you can't see me through. stories of survival.
She's a mixture of her dad. She won't talk much. She will listen and observe, and she'll try to see that whatever she wants, she's getting it.
I've grown up looking up to my sister. So she was always the one in the family that did things right. You know, got her master's degree, did the dance classes, had arangetrams and all of that. And to see someone again following somewhat of a tradition, finding someone that whose family matches our culture as well.
She has this way of, pulling people to her, and you can see that in the wedding. Like, where do you see 30 people fly from across the world to come for a wedding? Like, how many times do you see that happen? She just has that impact on people.
He became a person who was very easy to get along with, very friendly, and there was nothing awkward or something in the beginning.
And she has more character of mind in getting friends.
I want them to have a very, very happy and very, very long life, and whatever they wanted to achieve, they should enjoy and they should get it. My blessings are always with them.
All the very best. You guys deserve all the happiness in the world, and I hope you get that.
He's exhausted. I can tell you he's exhausted, but he will not stop smiling as long as she's around.
Just best of luck and enjoy it. I mean, this is a great time for you guys, obviously, just getting married, so have fun and enjoy wherever you end up being, New York or Washington, D.C., or wherever your life takes you. I mean, all the best.
A wedding couple to love each other and to have a long, happy married life, compromise a lot, so life is not going to be easy.
Oh, I am extremely happy. I think as a parent, you always hope for your kids' happiness and health. I keep telling them that's all I hope for, I pray for, and if they want, I want both of them to be happy.
So normally I would say good luck, but this couple, they don't need it. I know anything that they want to accomplish, they're such go-getters and so motivated that they will accomplish whatever they need to. So I'll say thank you that I get to be friends with such amazing people and I get to watch their journey together. I'm very excited to see what the next chapter has in store for them.
My first thought was, okay, Tinder works. And then I downloaded Tinder.
Oh yeah, Deepika is seeing someone or dating someone. I said, oh, how did they meet? And they said Tinder. I was very, very, very surprised.
Tinder is just used as something when you're really bored, not for something that's like supposed to be seriously like used for finding a spouse.
Tinder is kind of like a hookup site, so I wasn't sure what to make out of it.
They can be a good advertisement point for Tinder. Like Tinder can advertise, like they can be the faces that Tinder is hoping that they would be, but they're not.
South Indian guy, in addition to the Brahmin South Indian guy, is just...
So I guess it's pretty cool that they're groundbreaking in that sense.
Yeah, Tamilian odds are pretty low, so somehow it's like a match made in algorithms. So.
Like that they've found a different way of getting married, especially for Indian people.
But I was like, oh, he's probably gonna be like one of those, and yeah, he was completely opposite.
Tinder is not known for ending up in marriage-like situations.
I haven't heard many Indian people meet on Tinder like this and actually find someone and get, they're getting married.